Christmas pilot ZZ Nari.
How's it going, everybody out there on YouTube? It's Haight here. I've been wanting to make this video a while now, and what that is explaining to you guys why I started the channel, kind of how I got into gaming, and why I do what I do. So it all starts back when I was very young. I was born in '82. You guys can do the math to figure out how old I am. The first system I ever played was a Nintendo. It was given to me and my brothers from our parents. Very exciting at the time. I think we were only playing computer games maybe at school, so getting a Nintendo was absolutely insane. I know when I think about it, I think of the kid at Christmas unboxing the Nintendo 64 and how excited he was. Kind of how excited that we were. We started off playing games like, you know, the original Mario, the Super Mario, and Mario 2, Mario 3, and pretty much any NES game that came out. I remember the most competitive game that me and my brother would play was Blades of Steel, if any of you guys can remember that game. For some reason, we loved that game. The fighting in that game was awesome. Almost more fun than actually playing the hockey game itself. So many great NES classics. That's kind of where it all started. From there, we got a Super Nintendo and kind of went through all of those games. At this time, rentals was a really big thing. So we would try and rent the latest game and try and beat that game within 3 days before we would have to return it. Meaning we'd stay up late night, take turns, trying to progress ourselves the furthest we possibly could before we had to return it. It was always our goal to beat that game within the 3-day time period we were allotted before having to return it and face those late fees. You know, parents don't like seeing late fees on the account, and you could very easily lose your privilege of renting videos and video games that way from your parents if you didn't return it on time. Aside from that, we moved up through all the consoles. I had a GameCube, my brother got a PlayStation, I had a PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3. I never had an original Xbox. The first Xbox I ever owned actually was an Xbox 360, and then later an Xbox One. But around the age I was about 15, 16 is when I got into PC gaming. My brother at the time, I had moved back home, had been playing a game called Quake 3 Arena, and I would sit and I'd watch him play for hours. And we only had one PC at the time, so we would take turns playing Quake. Eventually, I just fell in love with the game. It was the only game I wanted to play, and it quickly became my favorite game of all time. Before that, I was playing a little bit of StarCraft. Hydra Ranchers, if any of you guys remember that game, was a lot of fun to me. Not so much the 1v1, but like the Rancher type games and turret defense. Me and my brother had built another PC, which was completely crap, but it was just an effort to where we could both play Quake at the same time and 2v2 people. And we had a really, really strong Quake clan at the time, very well known in our community, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, the computer that we built was so bad that the graphics were like basically inverted. Like it was like flashing colors left and right. Like OpenGL barely worked on this PC that we built, but somehow we managed to make it work and had some fun. After Quake kind of died out, at least the original Quake 3 Arena, I took a break from gaming. I played a little bit of PlayStation 2 and 3, but that was really about it. Until around the time that Quake Live came out, and I quickly fell right back in love with Quake. And it was a lot of fun getting back into that gaming scene. It brought back so many great memories of playing games with my brothers. That's when I first kind of caught the bug when it came to watching YouTube gaming. I would look at Quake videos that people would make and think like, oh man, that's so cool. I wish I could make Quake videos. But at the time, I knew nothing about editing or recording video or even how to do it. In Quake, there's no record feature per se. You can record basically all the movements and have it play back, but you have no way of actually capturing the footage in game. I really wanted to make a montage. I followed this guy on YouTube who made some really cool Quake montages, and I sent him an email saying, hey, can I send you some clips? Will you make me a montage? And he said, yeah. So I actually paid the guy, I think $100, and he made me a montage out of the clips I recorded over the next like month and a half. I got the montage back and I was like so ecstatic and happy. It looked so cool to me. I couldn't believe how he was able to do what he did. It really kind of fueled me to want to make something myself. So it wasn't until a few years later where I was at work talking to a coworker of mine who also is really into gaming, was telling me I should try a game called Titanfall. And at the time I was like, no, it sounds cool, but nothing will ever compare to Quake. I'm not really sure about this game. And he said, you probably really like this game. It's very fast paced. It's a Twitch shooter-ish type of game like Quake is. You should really give it a try. And I kind of just kept saying, no, I'm good. Around Christmas 2 years ago, I decided to buy my girlfriend at the time Xbox One for Christmas, kind of surprise her. She was playing games like Assassin's Creed and other games I'd gotten her. I was at GameStop one day and I saw a used copy of Titanfall for $19 and I thought, I'll give it a shot. It's under 20 bucks. I picked up the game, popped in the Xbox One, and just completely fell in love with it. Sad to say, I pretty much own the Xbox One now. My wife doesn't play it at all because I've pretty much taken over her Xbox One that I got her for Christmas. She's probably watching this video now thinking, yeah, you're a bastard. But that's how I kind of got into Titanfall. And that's where really my whole YouTube aspirations came from. I was recording video with the Xbox Capture, saying, Xbox record that and putting clips together. And then I thought, I need a way to organize all these clips. And that's when I did a lot of research and ended up getting an Adobe Premiere and trying to put these things together. I made my first montage for Titanfall and uploaded it to YouTube and got about 60 to 70 views. And I was like astonished. I couldn't believe that, 60 to 70 people watched what I had put together. Right there, it was in my mind that this is what I really like to do. Even the grunt work of editing the video, cutting the clips, and rearranging everything was just so much fun to me. I really enjoyed the creative process behind it. That's where I would start watching a lot more videos on YouTube about how to start a channel, how to really establish yourself and promote yourself on YouTube. And that's kind of brought me full circle to where I am today. Still, I'm a very small channel, but the thing about YouTube is I really enjoy it. I mean, I've maybe made about $1 off of YouTube since I started, which is nothing compared to the hours and the time that I have put in. I mean, I pretty much live on YouTube. I don't make any money off it. I mean, I have a full-time job. Like I said, I've made maybe about $1 in total out of the 80 or so videos I've put out. But the whole thing about it for me is I like to create. I've been an artist ever since I can remember, with either drawing or painting or music or creating music, recording music. I like to sit back and watch the things that I have created or look at things I've drawn or painted later on. So YouTube allows me to do that. I put a video out there and it might only get 20 views, but I will go back and watch the video myself and think, how can I improve? Or I really like what I did there. The whole creative process for me is the reward, even though it might not be, a monetary reward. Also, seeing comments on videos is very nice to think that, somebody actually came through and watched the video and has something to say about the video, either good or bad. So that's kind of why I've fallen in love with YouTube and kind of also fallen back in love with gaming. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of background on myself and kind of tell you guys why I do what I do and let you guys know that I really do enjoy doing it. It's not something I do for money. I don't make any money out of doing this. I do enjoy the process and I do enjoy the feedback and I just love to create. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a really short background on me. Maybe later, if you guys like, I'll do a more in-depth one. I just kind of want to put that out there and let you guys know that I'm still enjoying doing this and I plan on doing this for the time being. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. So I hope you like this video. Leave it a like if you like it. Go ahead and dislike it if you dislike it. Constructive criticism is always welcome on my channel. I do read every single comment you guys leave and try to reply to just about everything. If you're new to the channel and you like gaming content or you're into Titanfall 2 or any of the other games that I play, feel free to subscribe and you will be notified when my next video comes out. Until next time, I'm Haight. GG, no re.
the art of a good death. Until my very last step, the stereo blast past buried gas for breath. The fact I don't care is an invaluable asset. An infallible flow here, not a challenge I haven't met. Forced to find balance in beats and raw talent. Free speech